Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is going to be a very interesting video. If you guys enjoyed my last $half coin roll hunt video, you guys are going to love this one. Today I have for you guys an original, yes, it's right, original bank wrapped roll of silver Kennedy half dollars. As you can see, the edge right there. This is an original roll of half dollars from 1964. So before I get into this, I really want to explain the backstory on this, and I'm sure you guys want to hear it for such a unique piece as this. So I have a buddy of mine. His name's Josh. He owns a coin shop here in Indiana. I'm actually going to link his Instagram in this video. And he sold me this roll for a great price from a lady who bought this from the bank in 1964 when this came out. So think of it like a new coin, like how you go to your bank and you get a new roll of 2023 quarters. She got a new roll of 1964 half dollars. And ever since then, they've been in her possession. And very recently, I believe it was late 2022 when I bought these. I have, I think, 11 other rolls of these. She sold them and I bought them. Another coin collector also bought these. I am unaware of how many rolls he bought. If I had to guess, it's probably somewhere around, 4 to 6. I have no idea. But other than that, I got the remainder of the collection. And that's what you see here. This is one of the rolls. So I'm sure what you're wondering, one of the questions you guys are wondering is, why are you opening this? This is one of my better rolls in terms of toning. Toning on this is actually really nice. It doesn't show up super well on camera. You can see a little bit. There's a little bit of rainbow on the head. The rest is kind of black speckled toning. It's not super crazy. It's nothing like insane like you'll see on a top pop Kennedy half dollar. I do have one that's really nice. I'll actually go and grab it for you guys real quick. So this roll right here is the one we're going to be opening. This roll is my favorite roll, and I'm sure you can see why as I put it under the camera. It has some purple, blues, reds right on the bottom, and that might be up here too. I have no idea. You really don't know until you open it, but at least down here there's some really pretty color. But I'm not going to be opening this roll just because of how nice it is. I mean, look at this roll. It's in premium, high quality condition. I mean, about as good as you can get from 1964. But that roll is perfect. This roll, this is how it came when I bought it. I didn't tear it. This is how it came when I bought it. And as you can see, look, it's even like a little bit. See, look at, this isn't even completely sealed, but it is sealed. You know for sure it's sealed. This has never been opened since 1964. And it's crazy. Does it have more value being sealed? One would say probably yes, but also maybe not. It really just depends on what's inside. We all know it's going to be Kennedy half dollars. If this coin, grades straight with its toning, it could fetch a premium. And there could be better condition coins in here that, they never circulated, They went from the mint to the bank to the lady who bought these. So you never know until you open the roll, and also until you take the gamble and send them into PCGS. So a recent buddy of mine, his name's Chris. He goes by Christopher Stresian, I believe is how you pronounce it. He is a half dollar enthusiast, primarily Kennedy's. If you want to take a look at his Instagram page, he has a insane collection. We've been DMing, and I sent him photos, and I've been teasing him photos of my original bank wrap roll collection. And he said, why don't you just open one? Why don't you open one of the rolls that is kind of torn? And I said, you know what? That's not a bad idea. And that's where I am, and that's why we're here today. So I have flips on hand, gloves so I don't get my grease on the coins, and what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is probably just flip up every single coin. I don't really know what my end goal here is, if I'm actually gonna submit every coin or if I'm gonna cherry pick and see which ones I think are the best, if I'm gonna ask Chris what he thinks the best is. But end goal, don't really have one. This is more so just for fun and educational purposes. It's very rare that you see a original roll get opened on YouTube, and this is truly original. I've seen many rolls, especially on eBay. You can totally tell they're not original. A lot of the original rolls actually come like this. They have paper on the other side. You don't see the other end of the coins. So a lot of the ones where you see that are like modern and they have like a stamp on it, you can see both ends. A lot of those are fake. There are a lot of fake rolls on eBay. So you got to be careful who you're buying from. These sat inside of a closet for, I can't do the math off my head, 64. So that's what, 59 years, I believe, off the top of my head. I believe 59 years. That's insane. And yeah, they've never been open. So one thing I know you can look for are DDOs, which I'm not super familiar on DDOs, so I'll probably have to look into it. After I hunt these, I'll probably look them up. But basically, this is just for fun. And once again, shout out to Josh. His Instagram will be in the description, who sold me these coins. He's on Instagram, but he's also online and in person. And shout out to Chris for just being a nice guy and giving me the idea for this video. But I'm super nervous, guys. I've never opened up an original roll. This is something I might only do once. I don't know. Or maybe I'll get addicted and start opening more. But once you start tearing, there's no going back. So I guess here we go, guys. Wow, I cannot believe I'm doing this. Oh my gosh, this is insane. My heart's beating so hard right now. Oh, there's so much paper. Oh my gosh. Do you see what I mean? This is original. Wow, there is no doubt in my mind this is an original roll. Oh my gosh, the other side's toned. Wait, the side that's... Okay, wait, I don't want to reveal it yet. I haven't seen what the toning looks like. Crap, sorry. This is all gonna be unedited, like my raw reaction. How do I want to do this? Do I want to lay this down? Okay, this works. Wow, this is insane. There is so much paper. I just want you to see this. I'm gonna raise the camera up. Look how much paper there is. That is nothing like a new roll. That is so much paper. Ladies and gentlemen, this is no doubt in my mind an original roll. This is crazy. Wow. This is so exciting. So yeah, this is going to be the first time I'm ever looking at these coins with you guys. So I guess here we go. Oh wow. Here's the blast white side. Oh man, the camera. This is going to be tough. The camera is going to freak out with these. And here. Oh wow. Here's the tone side. That is insane. Truly an original coin. I'm really gonna try not to handle these too much until they're in the sleeves. So I'm gonna set this down. I have Mylar flips because I recently did a PCGS submission, and you need specific sleeves in order to send your coins into PCGS, which I'm sure many of you esteemed collectors know. But wow, this is just insane. Sorry, I'm doing this off camera. But wow, there it is. This is the first coin. I mean, looking at it under the camera, this thing is pretty flawless. You never know with PCGS, but that looks like there might be a scratch. No? I don't know. It's definitely going to be a very detailed process later on, trying to look through these coins and determine what's scratched, what's worth sending in, what's not. Because we all know that none of these coins are cleaned, right? They're original. So there's no way that it can be cleaned. But also, you know, what if your coin's too nice and PCGS just doesn't like it? I don't know. There's just a lot of variables with submitting a coin to PCGS. You just never know. It is just insane to think that these rolls have been sealed up in there since 1964. By the way, just checking the mint mark. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure all the rolls that I bought are Denver. See what I mean? Like, look, if it's right under the light, it's crazy. So I kind of have to almost hold it off the light for you guys to see. Oh man. Yeah, but I'm gonna be flipping up every coin. And like I said, I think later on off camera, I'm gonna kind of look over the coins and I'll give you guys like my thoughts on which ones are the best, which ones I would probably submit to PCGS, because I'm planning on in the future here doing another PCGS submission. So I would probably just throw them in with it. And speaking of, I can't remember if I finished what I was trying to say earlier. What I was trying to say is that I actually have a PCGS submission already at PCGS. I'm waiting to come back, and I'm thinking that once I get it back, I'm gonna do a video. If you guys want me to do that, let me know in the comments. Even if you don't, I'll probably still do it. But yeah, these coins are pretty nice. One thing I am noticing is there's kind of like some milk spotting, I think is what you call it, on them, which would definitely hurt the grade. But I guess if like I looked at the coins and I see no major flaws or scratches, it would probably be worth sending in, and just I could use their conservation services is what they call it, I believe, which I believe is just literally them dipping the coin, which I could do myself. It's just that it's more of a matter of, is PCGS gonna call it cleaned if I do it and not cleaned if they do it? You know, it's kind of that kind of thing. And I'm not sure how much more that costs, so it could or could not be worth it. But this is just pretty incredible. It's just the first time these things have seen the light of day since 1964. Probably since they were flying out the machine being minted. Hey, one thing I also wanted to point out to you guys, just kind of looking through the roll, as you can see, one good way to determine if your roll is original is when you go through the roll, the coins shouldn't all be heads first or tails first. They should be kind of mixed up, as you can see. See, some are heads, some are tails. See, they're not all the same. So if you go through a roll and it's all heads, all tails, it's probably not original. Also, look at this. Isn't that so cool? Just inside the roll. Look at that. The edges of the coins toned onto the roll. I guess that's another great way to know if your roll is original. If you, well, you're only gonna know if you open it. But the edges toned onto the roll because they've been sitting in here so long. Anyways, guys, just thought I would let you guys know that. Okay, guys, cutting back in here, we have 2 coins left inside of this roll. So I just wanted to cut back in to just kind of let you guys know that. And check this out. Isn't this pretty cool? That's the bottom of the roll. It's not like attached to the roll. It's just kind of like in there. That's pretty interesting. That's pretty cool. I was wondering if maybe the design of the Kennedy was going to be toned onto that, kind of like the inside of the roll on the edges. Oh, let's see if it focuses here. Yeah, so kind of like the inside of the roll. Man, that is so cool. Look at that. It even like reflects like a $50. I don't know. So cool. Something about that's so cool to me. But that toner is on the end. I think I saw some toning on it, so I'm pretty excited. But this is the second to last coin. Sorry, also, when I'm over here, like by the camera, my mic doesn't pick my voice up very well. But yeah, this is the second to last coin. And then we're going to check out this last coin here. Okay, so moment of truth. Oh yeah, ready? That is pretty cool. Wow, even though it wasn't exposed to the air. Man, that's pretty crazy looking. Just looking at this coin, look at one thing that probably pops off to you guys right here is look at it, almost looks like there's scratches on the coin, right? But look, when you turn it, it like disappears with toning. But we both know it's impossible for there to be scratches on this coin because it's not circulated. Well, it could be scratches, but nothing like that, right? And I'm very curious. It almost looks like it just wasn't able to tone there. What that is. It's so strange because off the rip, it doesn't look like it's a scratch, but it also does at the same time. Very bizarre. Well, there you have it, folks. An entire original roll of $50. Coin 1 to coin 2. All right, I'm gonna go through these, look for possibly any errors or varieties, look at the condition of the coins, and I'm gonna come back with the consensus for you guys. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, after going through all of the coins, I can officially say that I found no errors or varieties. I was also checking for quality in the coins. Keep in mind, and or bear in mind, I'm being very, very picky. While there is probably a lot of 63s, 64s, and maybe even a 65 or 2 in here, I'm really just looking for anything that's just astronomical. I was pretty much looking for anything that's a 66 or above. And in my opinion, none of these coins even touch a 66. Like I said, there might be a couple of 65s in here, but for the most part, a lot of them look pretty beat up. And the reason that a lot of them look beat up is not because they were circulated, it's just because of how mistreated they were in the minting process. I mean, thousands and thousands and millions of these coins were just being shot out, landing on top of each other, just completely scuffing up the coins. So a lot of these coins are like pretty much perfect, just they have that one gouge mark on the face or the one gouge mark in the field that's gonna just destroy that grade. Also, almost all of these coins have what's called milk spotting on them, which is like that yellowish, silver-ish, like kind of just spots all over the coin. As you can see, like just tilting this coin in the camera, you can see all those yellow spots there. That's called milk spotting. And that would essentially hurt the grade of the coin. So what I would have to do, along with paying for the grading fees, the shipping and insurance, I'd also have to pay for them to conserve the coin, which is basically dipping the coin. So I'd have to pay for them to remove that. All in all, in my opinion, none of these coins are worth submitting to PCGS. Would it be fun? Yes. Would it be extremely costly? Definitely yes. Would it be worth it in the end? Probably not for what I'd have to pay to do and grade all these. However, I do have these 2 coins, which I do think I'll be submitting to PCGS. Especially this coin right here with the beautiful rainbow toning above the head and the speckled black toning on the face. I think this coin is very pretty. Do I think the coin's gonna grade super high? Probably not. If I had to put a number on it, to be honest, I'd probably say it's somewhere around that MS65 range. The reason being is because the toning is going to add value and or a boost to the grade, the numismatic grade. And what's going to hurt it in the end, I think, is the milk spotting. I think there is a little bit of milk spotting on the coin. Yeah, you can see just a little bit down here. Some milk spotting. So that would hurt the grade. But obviously I wouldn't want to clean a coin like this because of the beautiful, attractive toning on the head. But yeah, I think this is a coin that I will be submitting in a future submission to PCGS. Very curious as to what it would grade. Also very curious as to if it will straight grade or not. But this is a coin that I am 99% sure I'll be submitting in a future PCGS submission. Very beautiful coin. All in all, this is worth opening the roll just for this coin. Which makes me so tempted to open this roll with this beautiful purple, red, pink toning. It's so hard to show on camera because the camera just wants to freak out and it's just insane. But you can see it just peeking out there. This is a coin I want to break out so bad. I don't think this would be a coin I submit just because of those lines right there. My guess is they would call it damage. I'm not sure though. But all in all, this coin for sure is one that I'm going to be submitting. That I think is beautiful, and hopefully the true view shows just how pretty this coin is with that toning up there. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video. I know it wasn't super detailed or anything. It was just kind of, I think the most hype was just opening a roll from 1964. Just that moment of unwrapping it, because I was super excited, as I'm sure some of you guys were. I was really nervous too. I can't lie and say that I'm not bummed. I am definitely very bummed that we didn't find any like varieties. I was really hoping to find something, some kind of variety. And even if I didn't find a variety, I was hoping to find one that just looked pristine, like 66, 67. And it sounds easy on paper, you know, like, hey, I have a roll of non-circulated coins. You would think that there would be a couple really high grade coins in there. Just the problem is just how mistreated they were when they were minted. So all in all, there's really nothing you can do besides just open the roll and gamble that, you know, the coins in there are nice. But all in all, guys, this was a very, very interesting, very fun video. Let me know if you guys enjoyed the video. And if it does well, and if you guys really like it, maybe I'll open another roll. And honestly, I feel like this would have to be the next roll, because man, if this focuses, I don't know if it will. There we go. Because this toning on this thing is just unreal. I mean, you can't really see it there. Yeah, it's just hidden down there. But I mean, this thing has some beautiful rainbow, has a little bit of gold, rainbow, it's kind of got it all. Yeah, it's pretty. The only thing that really sucks is just how nice this roll is. I mean, this is just a nice, pristine original roll. But yeah, guys, I have 11 other rolls. I have more rolls that were like this one that were torn. I think I have 3 more of them, but the rest are all pristine. For any of you who are wondering where you can find me outside of YouTube, I'm actually trying to grow a Instagram presence or Instagram following. All I post on there is coins, so if you like coin content, definitely give me a follow. I'm starting to sell coins on there, as well as just kind of show off pieces that I have in my collection. DMs are always open if you want to make an offer, or if you want to make a trade, if you want to sell me something. But I'm going to be linking my Instagram down in the description. It should be the #1 link, and the other people that I shout out in this video will be below that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I just really appreciate all the support, especially on my last video. It's just really crazy to see how many people watched my last video, considering just how new I am to the coin space. But yeah, guys, I really appreciate it. Hey guys, a final note just at the end of the video. Currently, I'm editing the video and about to post it. I'm actually going to be rebranding my YouTube page. Right now, my name is Cash, or CA5H. As you can see from my past videos, when I was younger, I used to do gaming content. I no longer plan, obviously, on doing gaming content. However, I keep those videos up just as a, I guess, time capsule of who I once was and what I used to do. Feel free to watch or don't watch those videos, that's totally fine. But just for everyone to know, all of my future content is going to be revolved around coins, whether that be coin roll hunting videos, sealed original roll videos, collection videos, videos of what I'm selling, etc. This page is going to be rebranded to PRC Coins, aka Premium Rare Coins, which is my Instagram handle and I guess the name of my business. I'm kind of just letting you guys all know so you realize who you're subscribed to once the name changes. Cash CA5H is the current YouTube name, and I'm going to be switching over to Premium Rare Coins very shortly, or PRC Coins. It's actually going to be named PRC Coins. So yeah, guys, I'm going to probably switch it in about a week or so, somewhere around there, just so anyone who sees this video who's currently subscribed has a little bit of time to catch up. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed and have a great day.